Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Brian and in this video we're gonna talk about an insane gaming laptop for the price, MSI GL66 with NVIDIA RTX 3070 graphics card on board for only $1,500. I think it's worth to say that this is one of the most affordable laptops rocking this powerful hardware, so I was very attentive to details while testing this model, and I'll tell you about everything I think is worth mentioning. We'll talk about its screen, hardware, RAM and storage upgrade options, build quality, in-games performance, pros and cons, and so on. So ladies and gentlemen, sit back and enjoy. One of the most important things about any laptop, especially when we're talking about gaming or any type of work with graphics, is the screen. Because you really want this experience to be fantastic, right? So this is where we start. This model comes with a decent 15.6-inch Full HD resolution IPS panel with a great color accuracy at 72% NTSC and 93% sRGB gamut coverage. It is well suitable for precise photo and video editing or professional graphic design, and its refresh rate is at constant 144 Hz, thanks to which all animations look real smooth. And I'm not talking only about gaming. Windows loading, web page scrolling, cursor movement, and so on. You just gotta see this in person. The maximum brightness level of this panel is around 330 nits, which is okay taking into account the laptop's hardware. It's comfortable to use both inside and outside in the shadow, but there is one more thing which has surprised me. The response time of this panel is just under 9 milliseconds, which is fantastic for gaming and provides a no ghost and motion blur free experience even during most intense moments. Now ladies and gentlemen, talking about hardware, it's a very interesting part. The CPU we got is the latest generation 8 cores and 16 threads Intel Core i7 CPU, the base frequency of which is 2.4 GHz and the maximum is 4.6 solid GHz. This CPU is a beast in terms of multitasking, data processing, video editing, programming and compiling, heavy 3D projects, of course gaming and so on. And talking about the GPU, I think it's a perfect match to this processor. NVIDIA RTX 3070 with 8GB of video memory on board, rocking at 85 watts maximum graphics power as MSI states, but there is a catch. To keep the price that low, they had to include a very cut down version of this card, so in reality, its TGP never goes over around 65 watts. And yeah, it's kinda sad, but still, the capabilities of this card are endless and I was even struggling to decide if it makes any sense to do a gaming test. But it would be a crime to have such a powerful laptop and never play on it. Now ladies and gentlemen, here's the list of games which I have tested personally on this laptop, and it is exactly what I expected. The numbers are through the ceiling. All the games were tested with the resolution at 1920 by 1080 pixels and the graphics settings set to high, so there are always some room to play with the settings and choose what works best for you. This laptop is also capable of live streaming, so if you're looking to become a Twitch or YouTube star, just saying. And ladies and gentlemen, it takes hell of a lot of time to test all these games, so I'd really appreciate your likes and comments below the video. It helps to grow the channel faster and makes me a little happier. So thank you in advance. Talking about RAM, the laptop comes with 2 sticks of 8GB DDR4 type memory working at 3200 MHz speed each, and it is upgradable. The maximum amount of memory it supports is 64 GB, and I'll drop a couple of upgrade kits in the description box for you. And talking about storage, it comes with a fast 512 GB 3rd generation M2 NVMe Western Digital SSD unit, and it's also upgradable. You can replace the pre-installed SSD with another one up to 2 TB capacity, but keep in mind, there is no place to install a 2.5-inch hard drive inside. Now ladies and gentlemen, I would love to make a quick pause and recommend you to check out my Telegram channel Deals of the Day, where I post the best Amazon discounts on laptops and other tech-related products on a daily basis. It will allow you to save up some money on your next purchase, so click the link in the description box below and check out the offers I list there. Thank you in advance, and let's get back to our video. MSI GL66 supports Wi-Fi 6th generation, so the connection is always stable and reliable and the speeds are really high. Plus, among the built-in ports, there is also an RJ45 for fast cable internet, as well as 3 USB Type-A ports, a single Type-C Gen 1, HDMI supporting a 4K monitor, and a combined audio jack. With this rich set, you can easily build a full-size setup for even more enjoyable gaming and streaming experience. The overall laptop's design is just a typical gaming laptop. Aggressive kind of style which I don't really like. It's pretty heavy and thick, its entire body is made of plastic and it does bend a little, but I like that the bezels around the screen are pretty narrow, and also they included a 720p HD webcam on top of it, so it's suitable for video calls and conferences as well. The keyboard of this laptop is absolutely outstanding. I really enjoyed using it. I typed this whole video script on it and it was definitely a pleasant thing to do. Also, it is backlit, you can set it to any color you want in special software which is called MSI Control Center. Now, talking about the laptop's cooling, the system is pretty serious and well designed, but the laptop still gets hot when it's heavy loaded. I'd recommend to use a cooling pad to get better temperatures, but just don't put it on your bed blocking the airflow and it'll be fine. The hardware was meant to warm up, so no need to worry. Now, the battery life of this laptop is pretty good as for a gaming device. It varies from 2.5 to 6 hours depending on the activity. But in a mixed usage, I was able to get about 4.5 hours. Watching Netflix, it showed the best results at just over 6 hours at medium screen brightness, and gaming only, the lowest figure at just under 2.5 hours. Also, don't forget that when the laptop is unplugged, it loses a lot in performance, so just keep it plugged in. And ladies and gentlemen, I think that's it for the review and it's time to make some conclusions. Overall, the laptop is great for the price and it is well balanced. It is powerful, it looks fine although its build quality is average, and it's suitable for pretty much any task, starting with studying, personal and business purposes, and finishing with coding, game streaming, heavy design and architecture projects. Of course it has some cons, but it is a laptop with RTX 3070 for $1,500. You wouldn't expect it to be perfect, but anyways, it's a decent one. And that's it for the video. I really hope it was helpful for you. Follow my YouTube and Telegram channels to be the first to know about new reviews, and see you in the next video.